Hey, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, if we're lucky. How's it going? How's it going, my Stadia chums, my band?
Fantastic, man.
Great, yeah. It's
That's my band.
Chilly Willy here
Who's
in Toronto. But
oh
yeah.
No! What temperatures have you
it's
got?
still been maybe I think right out now it might be -10 with a wind chill of -20 Celsius.
-10. I was talking to Stadia Krampus yesterday, who's been an awesome supporter for so long, and where he is, which I think is Midwest, and I don't want to get that wrong. I'm sorry if you're watching. It was -12 or -15. And it's like 44 here or something where I am. I mean, it's 7 in Celsius. But it's like it's quite. He said, "Blimey, that's tropical." and just to prove the point, there's William's here as well. Look,
I'm living the dream today. At least in my
that's shorts weather. Shorts.
Yeah,
weather.
Look, he's even got a bit sunburn on his face. Do you see? He's got there's a hint of red going on there. How are you, everybody? Welcome to the Stadia Rokk Show. We thought we'd come a little bit earlier than normal because if we're really, really lucky and we don't have a clue, we never know, and we do get a This Week on Stadia with the FEB Pro games, it's great to get the intro stuff in first and then we can bring it up on screen and everybody's happy. Am I right, chaps, or am I right?
Oh, you
are right.
I am right, but it's
bring us the blog.
But we don't have it yet, so we might be out of luck. But it's good because we have got certainly a lot more news than we've had for the last couple of weeks. All starting to warm up now. Twitter's coming back from hibernation, and it's all looking good. So we've got plenty to talk about. So I'm just going to do one more refresh. Right, well, as I speak, we've got nothing new to report. So chances are it's going to be it's a little bit later today, or it'll be later in the week, possibly tomorrow. And we'll keep an eye on Twitter as well, because sometimes they give us a little clue about forthcoming games. But what we thought was, anyway, ahead of any blog post, we'd have a quick think about and speculate about. And John, you actually had some good thoughts earlier about very likely games that we could see in Feb.
Yeah, we know that the Life is Strange remasters were delayed from the end of September, beginning of October. And we did get a confirmation from the Square Enix account, or even the Life is Strange Twitter account, that the games are on track for February 1st. So we're hoping that both of those games will be part of Stadia Pro as they originally were at the later end of last year. So that would be great.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it? And I think William, did you also mention that there was a couple of games that you were kind of keeping your fingers crossed would turn up?
Yeah, I am very excited. I know we just got Mafia 3 a few months back on Pro, but I would really like to see Mafia 1 remake and Mafia 2 end up on Pro.
Yeah, and Ray's right with you there. Look,
absolutely.
So not to interrupt, but we got 2 games released on the Stadia store. I was refreshing while we were talking.
Cool.
And they're both from Outright Games: Fast and Furious Spy Racers: Rise of the Shifter, and the Troll Hunters: Defender of Arcadia.
Awesome.
We had some people in the community see that. I think they tweeted it out yesterday about it getting the Peggy rating yesterday. So there's 2 new games that are in the Stadia store.
Yes.
Here in Canada, Fast and Furious Spy Racers: Rise of the Shifter is $49.99, and Troll Hunters is $10 cheaper at $39.99.
Yeah, so both of these are Outright Games. UK studio as it goes, and massive supporters of Stadia. They've literally, every new game recently that they have produced has appeared on here, and they're great quality games as well. Now, I hadn't heard of Troll Hunters, but apparently this is quite a big show in the States, William, isn't it?
I've never heard of it, Rokk.
Oh, right. John, I've never heard of Troll Hunters.
I have not either, but like you said, apparently it's, as the kids say, I don't know, whatever. Well,
yeah, I know. We're not in the habit of watching kids shows, are we? But it's what I'm told.
Yeah. No, but apparently, it's a popular series or whatnot. And but it's again, this is just more games from Outright Games. So this is good. I mean, it's always not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but still.
Guess what, chaps? Guess
uh-oh.
what? Pedda, thank you, Pedda, for alerting me to that. You're awesome. Thank you for your. We have the post, so we were just 3 minutes. That's great. We don't mind this. We do not mind this. Excellent. Let's have a look, shall we? This week on Stadia, Fast and Furious Edition, which we just discovered, of course. John, Pro Games. Whoa! Look at that.
My mouth is watering and my joystick is. Well, we won't talk about that because we got in trouble last week for some on the border language here, so we're going to keep it PG.
Well, we did, but we went to battle. We brought our lawyers. We met with their lawyers. We spent a couple of hours. We shared some cucumber sandwiches, and it was all good. So it's nothing to worry about. Let's have a read. Let's see what's going down in the wonderful wide world of Stadia. So, how funny!
Yeah,
look at that.
How ironic, right? Nothing is more important than family. Oh, we get in the whole of the Waltons episodes. Yes, buckle up, Stadians. It's time to catch up on This Week on Stadia. We asked, you answered. Thanks to all the Stadians who participated in our community feedback survey in the last edition of This Week on Stadia. The response was amazing, with thousands of responses in the few hours following the survey's release. Does it need an apostrophe between Y and S? Is that it's not like a possession of release, is it? Or survey is release? I don't know that needed. Look, I don't wish to be grammar police here. I'm just asking my friend John because, as you may or may not know, he is the editor of the Best Buy
I would
gaming
put
blog.
That, I think I would put that the survey's release because that's an iffy one. It would kind of look weird.
Let's move on. We're going to upset everybody. Okay. We closed the survey 1 week ago and have tons of useful feedback from you on the type of information you'd like to see. We'll allow that apostrophe. We're continuing to pass through the results with different folks on the Stadia team, and we'll be back in touch with an update as we work through this process. Right, here we go. 7 pro games. Everyone's getting excited.
Holy macro.
Get ready for Fast and Furious Spy Racers Rise of the criminal organization is on the rise, and it's up to you to stop their plans. Get ready to trigger traps, hit speed boosts, and outrace the competition to claim victory. To be the champion, you'll need to beat the growing threat of Shuwan Thruyer in a high-stakes, adrenaline-fueled racing tournament from the South Pacific to the Sahara Desert. Well, your cars better have wings, that's all I can say. There's no shortage of action to keep the whole crew entertained. Check it out on Stadia now. And as we saw, John, that's about $40, £35, give or take.
Yeah.
We'll have another look in a sec. New month, new pro games. Can you believe it's already almost February? Do you struggle saying that word? I never know whether to whack in that first R or ditch it to February or Feb. Yeah. Time flies when you're gaming in the cloud. Check out the new titles landing on Stadia. Look at it. Look at that. The amount of the games we've got. Cosmic Star Heroine, Nanotale, Merrick's Market, Fogs, One Hand, Clapping, Life is Strange, and Life is Strange Before the Storm. That is absolutely amazing. Yeah. Time to check out Stadia Pro if you haven't already. Pedda says Feb. That's actually the way to get around it, my friend. Thank you very much. More deals for everyone in the Stadia store. Want to see even more games on sale? Well, we will in a second. Thank you, Stadia. Rewind time to take control of your future in Life is Strange Remastered. I played the first one. It's an absolutely amazing game. Step into the shoes of photography student Max Caulfield. Wasn't he an actor in Dynasty? Max Caulfield, or am I making that up? And discover what it's like to have the power of time travel at your fingertips. With the aid of her childhood best friend, Chloe Price, cheap at twice the Chloe price, Max must use her unpredictable rewind power to investigate the disappearance of fellow student Rachel Amber and reveal the dark truths at the heart of Arcadia Bay. Beautifully remastered with enhanced visuals, this multi-award-winning classic now includes new and updated character models and all new mocap-driven facial animation and lip sync. Wow. Well, it was really good before. Explore the unforgettable, unpredictable world of Blackwell Academy, rebuilt in an all-new engine, and start your Life is Strange adventure all over again. It's virtually a whole new game.
There you go.
Wow. It makes me want to jump on a carpet and sing.
Blimey.
Then go back to the.
You want to jump on a carpet?
Oh, I do. A whole new game.
Okay.
Then go back to the bay in Life is Strange before the Storm is remastered, or even the Storm remastered. Before Max came back to Arcadia Bay, there was Chloe Price, 16 years old and furious at the world around her. Chloe is headed for an uncertain future, until the glamorous, magnetic Rachel Amber steps into her life, and an unlikely friendship balloons. But despite appearances, Rachel's life is just as troubled as Chloe's, and now the secrets buried in Rachel's past threaten to tear them both apart. Together, the pair must confront each other's demons and then whip on a couple of paragraphs because everybody's getting bored. So dive into the world of Life is Strange Before the Storm Remastered. The remaster also includes the unmissable bonus farewell episode and the deluxe outfit options. I wonder if they have the whole mocap stuff, and it's got upgraded lighting, materials and environments and all new character models. So yeah, that's something else, isn't it? The fate of the universe is in your hands, John, in Troll Hunters Defenders of Arcadia. Jump into the world of Troll Hunters as John Scar Gaming Jr. to stop Porgon the Trickster, Troll, and his sneaky plans. Team up with Claire, played by William, in couch co-op, and also get a helping hand from lots more loved characters to face unknown evil forces and help stop the time apocalypse. It's up to you to save the world. Troll Hunters Defenders of Arcadia is on Stadia now. What, so you can buy it now and claim it? Or is it not a pro game? No, it wasn't a pro game, was it?
No.
Or was it?
No, yeah, you can buy it.
It's a purchase jobby. Thank you. Jeff, play Troll Hunters. Yeah, I could see you lot trolling the heck out of each other. Get ready to burn with MotoGP 21.
Yeah,
take your place This is a
surprise.
surprise. Yeah, take your place on the starting grid and get ready for the most authentic two-wheel racing experience. On your marks, get set. MotoGP 21 lands on February the 1st. That's a really good game. Did they not release the first one as a pro game? I forget now.
Yep. 20 was released and then it has been pro. 21's been out on other platforms for several months.
Okay.
And there was talk about, it's not coming to Stadia, this or that.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, in the Stadia media portal, it's been there for a while, but with no information about it. Right. So it's been there. You couldn't request it or anything, but it's showing up. So I kind of had a hunch that it was coming, but I had no idea when. Like it's been a while. So this is a nice, pleasant release. Even if we're getting it several months later, it's still good. Yeah.
No, it's absolutely awesome. And it's really quite hard, if I remember as well. It's as a kind of motorbike simulator. I remember it's actually not as simple as easy to control, but it's a great game. Assemble your elite team in Rainbow Six Extraction. For decades, Team Rainbow has been the shield against the worst global threats imaginable. Now we face the greatest terror yet, Ray 3473, a lethal mutating cyborg. Ray loves a bit of Extraction. He's all over it. That wraps it up, folks. Well done, Stadia. Awesome. That's what we want to see. You're going to release a cracker there.
So, Rokk.
Yes, my friend.
May I ask, 'cause I know this is your show, and this is totally off the cuff here, and I didn't get this email until now, but they, as you know, like they, along with the blog, they sent out press emails as well about it. And the press email includes a little bit more information, a fun fact, and 2 infos about
go for it, my friend. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna try and share. Can I share my tab? Let me see here. Chromecast.
That's a great
There we
point,
go.
Anthony. Well done, my friend.
For Scars Gaming, John Scar joined.
Oh, it's let me see, John. Sorry, I've got a few. Here we go.
No,
this
it's
is
okay.
good. I like the way we've never
so
done this
here
before.
We go.
Yeah,
Look at this. So here we go. As part of the weekly email, or whenever the twos comes out, there's also sometimes the email will include a little bit more information. And I thought this was interesting, and it just came as soon as the blog came out. So I thought this would be great to share with our viewers here. It's saying a fun fact: as of today, players who subscribed to Stadia Pro at launch and claimed every game that's been featured in Pro without purchasing any other games has a library of 123 titles to choose from.
It's crazy.
So
isn't
that's
it?
1, 2, 3, right? And look at this. They even give a shout out there to, according to the Pro Game Monitor in lead there. So that's awesome.
Wow.
And it's saying all of these games amount to a collective Metacritic score 76.7, with 56 of those titles being rated 80 plus. 1,322 hours to complete all the main stories, according to howlongtobeatit.com, and an estimated value of $3,295 US.
Check that out.
Yeah.
Wow.
So look at this. This is a pretty cool graph here as well.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was interesting to share along. And of course, they're mentioning in the community and lead with the Pro Game Monitor.
Yeah.
So that's great. And there's another little bit of info here, and it says here 2 games are leaving Pro on February 1st. Dirt 5 and MotoGP 20. So
makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. Make sure to claim those games if you haven't already. And so that's it. So I thought that would be interesting to share with.
So John,
you.
can we just back up to the graph? Just because I'm a bear of very little brain. So the magenta, the darker color, Pro Games added what? Added what? When and why? What do they mean versus total Pro library?
So let's see here. If we get this, we bring this up here. So here's launch. So these are the number of Pro games compared to how many games are in the library. That's
Oh, good. It wasn't just me.
yeah.
I was I was thinking, they mean total library or pro?
Yeah.
Because if it was the Pro games that have been added because what it could be is, as each month's gone by, it shows you how many games are added in that month. So some never below 2, I don't think ever. And then obviously they get added and added and added into a Pro library, but. But I didn't know if it meant the kind of just, and also all games that are added. But everybody, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but this is the link that they in the email there as they bring it up here obviously. So this is where they're grabbing the info. I don't know if InLead happens to be watching or any statisticians in the chat. But so this is they're giving the shout out here because obviously this is where they've got this information from and sharing it.
It's a great site as well. There's some guys in the community that do absolutely stunning stuff with data. These guys, Jack to Slip, even Original Penguin, who maintains a database of resolutions and frames per second and stuff. As a community, I mean, it may not be the biggest gaming community in the world, but there's so much that goes on. Don't click on that renewal of your Pro Pornhub subscription, John, because nobody wants to get your password, mate. Let's be honest.
I'll go ahead. I'll stop sharing here now. You caught me red-handed.
Yeah, but that's friction that does that, by the way. Yeah, right. So that's absolutely awesome, isn't it? We were actually having a look at one of the new games that's joined the library, Troll Hunters, which looks actually pretty good.
I like the animation.
Outright games, they're just great, aren't they?
The character models look really cool too.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Oh, sorry, I didn't press play. I'm not sure whether. I know they're based in the UK. I'm not 100% whereabouts
Well, and I know they've got developers like in Italy as
Have they?
well, and things like yeah.
Ah,
So I
okay.
think they're scattered over Europe, and there's a couple
Right.
in North America here. Like I know the Adams Family devs were located in Philadelphia in the United States. So, but yeah, this looks kind of interesting. What is it like
It
a
does.
puzzle action platformer type?
Yeah, yeah. It's probably got a few different aspects to it, but as we know, they tend to be very family friendly anyway. I mean, they've
looks
never
like
pulled a game out that isn't. And
Yeah.
you know, you're quite happy to let your kids play. No extra cost with Stadia for family
No.
games, which is quite nice, I think.
Yeah, and it
But
looked like
yeah.
it was two player there. They had split screen
Yes.
video as well.
Yeah. Well,
So
got
that's cool. Always
couch
good.
play.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
don't write any of these family-friendly games off. A lot of them are a lot of fun, even if they're not right up your alley. Give it a shot. I mean, they're free. Claim them and check them out.
Yeah.
That's interesting, guys. I didn't realize this. It's from Guillermo del Toro.
Oh wow.
Ah, and
He's
and
a
of
dark
course it's
storyteller.
he's amazing. He's in isn't he in Death Stranding? Isn't he one of the characters in Death
Yep,
Stranding?
he's the big
Yeah.
dude, I think.
That's right. Yeah. So DreamWorks again. They've got the franchise to keep bringing these games out for DreamWorks, haven't they? And they do a great job. So awesome, awesome. £25 in the UK, roughly. I don't know what the currency is at the moment, but it's roughly about $30, I guess, maybe $29, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And then the other one was Fast and Furious.
Shifter.
This
Yes.
this game I'm this game I was actually been waiting to play because when I went to the outright media preview event in late August, early September, this was one of the games that they were showing here, and it actually looks pretty cool because it kind of has like a little Mario Kart style to it as well, with power-ups and things like that. And I know that the Stadia and the PS5 and Series X versions were delayed. This did come out for PS4 and Xbox One back in, I think, November. So it's good to see that Stadia version's here now, and I'm actually pretty excited for this one.
It also looks a really good mobile racer for small screen devices. Could be perfect for that, couldn't it?
Yeah, there we go. So look at, we got the local co-op or online multiplayer. And if I remember correctly, the online is up to, it's either 6 or 8 players. I can't remember offhand.
Wow.
That could end up being a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
35 pines, again, roughly $40, give or take.
Yeah. Let's see. Does it mention it there? There we go. In the game mode, single player, 1 to 4 players local. Wow, that's cool. 1 to 4 players online multiplayer. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Nice.
Do we know if it has touch controls?
I don't know.
That would be really good, wouldn't it, if it did?
Yeah, for the smaller screens. Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be really cool. So there you go. Those are the two that have been added. MotoGP 21 coming on the 1st, which is next week. Rainbow Six Extraction. There is actually a little bit of news for that one, beyond that it's there now, which we'll come on to in a second, which is pretty cool. So we've got 7 pro games this month. Is that the most ever, or we've had more, haven't we? It's getting up there, isn't it?
If that's not tied for it, it's got to be close.
Yeah.
We had 8 one time, I think.
Did we?
I don't remember.
Yeah, 7 or 8. I mean, there may have been. I just realised I've had that banner up there forever. Sorry, people. I didn't want you to think I'm promoting the heck out of my. But you know, while it's up there, can't remember where they all are now. Hang on a sec. Overlays. Where are we?
I think I'm most excited for Life is Strange because I missed both of those titles, so I'd love to play them. And Merkel's Market. I'd really like to check that out as well.
Yeah, you're gonna love the Life is Strange games, William, and they're just absolutely. And I love them first. Or I've only played the first one, first time around. I don't think I played the second one, but I'm loving the fact that they've gone back and remastered. You know, they've used motion capture, mocap to improve the face expressions, and you know, they've just boosted it right up. So I think that's absolutely awesome. We'll have a quick look. on YouTube in a second. So we've got two Life is Stranges. We've got Nanotale. Has that one been, guys? You'll have to remind me. Was that one already on Stadia, or is that a new one?
Yeah. No, that's not new. No.
Okay.
Yeah. That's already been there.
Merrick's Market wasn't new either.
Nope.
No.
No.
And then the I can't read it. Heroin one is.
Yeah, that's Cosmic Heroin. That came out, I think, like late spring last year, and it's like a 16-bit JRPG. So if you grew up in like the era of like the Genesis Mega Drive or Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, and like those JRPG games, like definitely like that game is
or like Secret of Mana, right?
Yeah,
just like that.
Thanks, Anthony. There you go. We had 9 ways back. So 7's still an amazing turnout.
Yeah.
And then, of course, One Hand Clapping, which I did buy that as when it was early release, just to help the developers. But that's all cool. And Fogs. Fogs is actually a pretty good game, and it got a huge amount of attention on Twitch from streamers because it's just so weird and quite fun to play. So good on them, I say, for all of those.
And it's multiplayer as well.
Yeah,
for Fog.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely awesome.
I think it's online too. It's not just local. I think you can play with a friend online, where so one person takes one control of one end and the other person control of the other end, and yeah, it's great to see now that it's coming to Pro.
Yeah,
I think it's going to get the attention on Stadia that it deserves, and I like to see more streams and people playing it together and things like that. It would be great.
A lot more people will be able to try it without any risk of
Yeah, that's
right.
true.
Yeah, for sure. Because if you look at it, you might think, even if it's $20, you think, well, maybe I don't like it, but if it's part of Pro, claim it, try it, and you never know, right?
Absolutely. And Paul says, yeah, it's great fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a few games like that you look at the thumbnail, or you think, oh, I don't know, it looks a bit childish, like Cake Bash, but it's just so much fun to play. A really great game. And I don't know about you guys, but even when you're zipping along your library on your telly, and I go past Cake Bash, and every single time I think, oh, I could really do with a donut.
So true.
Yeah. So
true,
Life is Strange Remastered. This is a trailer. So let's have a look. And what have we got? 6 minutes. We'll just let it run for a little bit. So essentially, they've remastered the motion capture. So when the characters are talking, they've put more effort into the environments. And it's a really good sort of story anyway. It's got a great little narrative to it. Plus, it deals with teenage angst and bullying and mental health and stuff. So it's got a really quite serious back to it. But the ability to zip backwards and forwards in time is just great fun to play with. So.
It's basically like watching and interacting with a really good movie, right?
Yeah.
You know how you watch those. Yeah, where you watch those movies, you're like, that was a really good movie. Well, that's what these Life is Strange games are. Even if they are, younger, but it's definitely like, I really, really enjoy these games and like to get into those and could sit down and play for hours and get lost in them.
It's just fantastic value for myself. Like I said, I skipped these 2 games, and now to be able to play them and not have to purchase them, I get to experience a award-winning game. So I'm totally stoked.
And I never played the second one, so I'm really looking forward to playing that one. Great stuff. Let's just zip forward here.
So you can interact and stop bullying, and like that's what that clip just looked like. That looks amazing.
Yeah, you've got kind of control over stuff, but I mean, to be honest with you, I can't remember the real detail of the game, and I don't want to spoil it for people anyway. But yeah, you get really involved with the characters, and the whole storyline, and you're kind of building it all up and everything. Works out really well. It's a great game.
Yeah. You connect with the characters, and it is good. I love it.
That's going to be a good one.
And with it being an interactive movie, it's always fun to watch the story threads, come to conclusion,
Yep. Yeah. And based upon your choices. So they'll say, if you're nice to someone, it'll say so-and-so will remember that. And down the line in the game, maybe if you need help or backup or reassurance, that person could be there for you depending on, what your choices were earlier. So both of those.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely superb. So there you go, guys. We got 7 pro games coming out next week. We've got Moto GP 21 launching next week on the 1st. We've got Fast and Furious Shifters and Troll Hunters live now to go and purchase on the store. They did mention, actually, while we're here, we'll just go and have a look at this. That there are some deals to be had.
Yes, there is.
So we ought to go and have a look at those deals quickly. So if I pull that one back and we'll click on Stadia.
I'm almost scared, Rokk. They're after more of my money, sir.
It's when you've just bought a game and then they half the price. They go, no. Right, we'll quickly whiz through because there's always 90% of them are always Ubisoft. And of course, most of these are in my library because I've got Ubisoft Plus. So it's going to be completely useless for everybody looking at this. So let's go beyond Ubisoft and the ones that I bought. Here we go. Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
These are the add-ons for Dead by Daylight. They're usually always
a bunch of them as well. So many horror movie characters to pick, and yeah, there's tons.
Look at this. Wow, goes on. Destroy All Humans, Doom £3.74, $5.
Wow! Everybody should buy that. Everybody should.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Even if you even if it's not your type of game, the graphics and the colors are so fluid. It's so fantastic to run around, and you should check it out for $3. Holy crap!
That's unbelievable.
Pick that up.
Yeah, and then we've got a bunch of add-ons for that. Family Feud. Family Feud's back.
Oh, there you go.
That disappeared, didn't it? That was off of Stadia.
No. Was, I think it was Ubisoft Plus. It's not part of that. I don't.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Got all excited there, John. Sorry about that, my friend. More Ubisofts. Go and get your Ubisofts. Just Dance. That's just £16.50.
Wow.
I totally agree, Ninja Guy X. Doom is one of the perfect games to test the Stadia connection because it's a very fast, fluid game, and you really get to enjoy it. So
yeah, true enough. I agree. Marvel's is down in price. What's Endgame Edition then? I know it's just kind of like a big old add-on.
Extra
or something?
content, I think. That they added to it. Yeah.
Ubisoft Outriders. That's now down to just under £20, $25. They fixed it. It's a great game. If you haven't bought it yet, I would certainly recommend it. I loved playing that game. It was one of my favorites last year. Rage 2, I can't see the price, but that is still one of my favorite games on Stadia. If you haven't picked that one up. Resident Evil Village. I'll have to tell my brother about that. Look at that.
A lot of fun.
That's a good deal. Yeah,
that is a good deal. Right, well, like Ubisoft Plus, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, that's down to $11.54. More Stadia anyway. Talking about Stadia Plus. Rainbow Six Siege, £7.50. Cripes, that's the deluxe edition as well.
A lot of content there for $7.
It's predominantly Ubisoft. Typically, I think most of it, except for Wolfenstein, right down the bottom there for £4.79. A much maligned game, I hasten to say. I really enjoyed that game. They was good fun. And right, okay, well, we've got a load more news that we probably want to move on to. So let me just hide that screen because you guys have got some great content to cover off as well. Let me get rid of that. Bring it all back. Bring it back. It's all back. Starting with, let me grab the top of this. So we've had our pro stuff. We also had people were, there was a bit of a dissenting voice in the community saying, where's my Stadia on Twitter? Where's it all going on, man? 10 days, I've heard nothing. I'll pay for it. And then this week
I love it.
This week we actually got loads. I mean, Twitter's exploded again, and we got two videos. Which I'll pop one up here. I'll pop a Twitter on the old stream. Here we go. So we got two videos, one of which was this one, which was quite interesting actually. Give your brain a workout. I quite like the approach here. It's sort of segmenting game styles and genres or players even. To try and appeal to them. 100 days. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't watch John and Ninja Guy last week on their Connect North, Stadium Connect North, watch it. One of my favourite streams for so long. They had a very nice chap whose name escapes me from
Eves.
100 Eves from 100 Days, the wine making game, which is featured in that video. And you gave away 10 copies of the game, didn't you?
Yeah, he donated 10 copies of the game to give away during the stream. And Eves is he's straight to the point. He's honest, and he no fluff about it, and just a really, really all around great guy. And it was so awesome to learn about him, the game making process. They're already ready to be pitching another game to Stadia as well. And it's great. It was a fun time for sure.
And I'm sorry, I'm maligned as we here, because yes, you were there as well. I'm very, very sorry, my friend. It was an absolutely fantastic show, and really interesting to hear about the development of the game and working with Stadia as well. Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah,
really enjoyed
I want to give Aswi there too. He kind of beat me to the punch. I want to give a shout out to Aswi because he arranged that. We all talked about, hey, do we want to have Eves on? And like, sure. And Aswi took the initiative and said, you know what, I'll make the contact. And he did all the booking and all that good stuff to get Eves on there. So shout out to Aswi. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yeah,
brilliant stuff. The Canadian contingent are bringing it. Hey guys, bringing it. And then of course the Troll Hunters, which it's gone live today. So that's why there was a launch trailer from Stadia. So that was good as well. So I'm really pleased that they've started up again, and come on, I mean, it's just into the, I know we're a few days after the new year, but they've got to get all their ducks in a row, and they have been tweeting, and there's been the Stadia support as always has been superb, and I've been seeing people saying I can't this and why doesn't that, and the Stadia support popped in on that Twitter account a lot. So that was good. The other thing which I thought I had a video for, and that was what I was showing, and it didn't happen. So we'll just mention it anyway. Rainbow Six Siege on Stadia has a new Rick and Morty bundle. Do you guys know anything about Rick and Morty?
I like Rick and Morty. I didn't know that they had. Is it skins in the game? Is that what it is?
Yeah. I think it is. Yeah. It is actually here. So if I just place it over the top of this, then we see it now. Here we go. So yeah, basically it's what you're about to see. So it's obviously a collaboration with Rick and Morty and Rainbow Six. There they are. There's the fellas. So
like that thermite. Yeah, look at these skins. They look so
pretty good, huh?
Awesome. Yeah.
I have no idea why they feel the need, but this is the kind of stuff that Ubisoft does. They have these connections.
I wonder what the correlation was. Like, how did this all come about, right? Like, you mean, who puts Rainbow Six Siege and Rick and Morty
somebody in the
fans into the
really
same
likes
group?
Rick and Morty, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, they've done it in the past when there's been. I mean, I've always wondered whether the whoever the company is it's essentially product placement, right? So it's promotion. Right. So we've seen them do it, for example, when there was a new Terminator movie, and they had a whole Terminator expansion for you. You remember this, William, for Ghost Recon? Yeah. Yep. And so it's almost like basically the doors are open. If you want to promote something in one of our games, we're happy to do it, whether it's skins or whether it's new content. And I don't know how much they pay to get that in there, but I mean, it makes a heap of sense. So Why not?
Yeah.
And as we says, he loves a lore-based crossover event with this. That would be amazing. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, can you
And the
imagine
more
that?
That would be
amazing
cool.
the skin is, the more people that get pushed to the store too. So that only helps them as
Right.
well.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. But that's cool. So if Rainbow Six Siege is your thing, then I don't know how you get them. I don't know whether you have to win them or they're just there for everybody. I have no idea. But that's all good. The other, we're going to whip through the news, guys, because I want to get to your stuff as well. Stadia Source, our very good friends, Dan and the guys over at Stadia Source. They've got a bunch of news, as always, for Stadia. Well worth a visit. And I was really pleased to see as well that they've restarted their Thursday night show on YouTube. So that's great to see. I know I spoke to Dan a little while ago about bringing it back. He wasn't sure. He was a bit nervous. And, but it's great to see because that was always a highlight of the week for me and lots of people. So well done, guys. Rainbow Six Extraction Buddy Pass release dates. If you remember, when you bought Rainbow Six Extraction, and you mentioned this, John, as well, there was you could have a buddy pass or two to give to friends, and that would give them access to the game for 2 weeks, and they are coming up on the 27th of January. There we go, 3 p.m. UK time, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. So if you've given out a code to a friend, then that is when you'll be able to play with them. Sorry, I didn't cover this up. So there we go. So that's all good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
Yeah, that'll make a whole lot of people buy the game because they'll be able to play it with their buddies, and then when the time expires,
and then enjoy it. Yeah,
enjoy it. Most likely buy it.
Yeah.
And that game really is focused on playing with friends. Like that's where the game excels the most. So I think it's a smart idea. Good to see that Buddy Pass is just a couple of days.
They literally took the same type of formula for Rainbow Six Siege and said, "Hey, if PvP isn't your thing, try this game." Pretty much. I mean, it's all about teamwork. It's really fun.
Yes.
Everybody liked it but me, which is good news.
Very similar to Siege.
I could see, of course it's not going to be for everybody.
You know me, guys. I'm not it's just not my kind of game.
No,
but
fine. Yeah.
I did give it a go. I did think it was slick. It was beautifully made. There's a heck of a lot of thought gone into it. If Rainbow Six Siege, if you enjoyed that, then it's in the same kind of genre, in the mold, but it is a new experience. So I can absolutely see why. And honestly, everybody, you guys, Ray, everyone that I know that has jumped in, and Jem said he's absolutely addicted to the game. If this is your thing, then I think this is a great game, and they're improving it all the time as they do. So I mean, that's just me. I'm just an old curmudgeonly old sod.
No, but see, that's what's great though. At least you gave the game a fair try. And you didn't just say, "Oh well, no, I don't like it." You actually tried it, and you can see the beauty in it, so to speak, that how others could appreciate it and whatnot. And that's more than you can ask, right? You're 95% above of what people who say I don't like the game. You're actually giving it that legit try and you can see how it would be fun. And that's awesome.
And to be honest, John, if someone said, "Hey, jump in and have a go," I may have because I haven't played with, and I am told, and I've seen it in all the reviews, that the game comes alive when you're playing with people you know.
Yes.
So I've not, to be fair, I've not probably given it a fair crack on that basis, and one day I will. Moving swiftly on. Oh, no, but not to there, because you can't see it. Let me go back. Back in time. Stadia Source. Here we go. Right. Let me just widen this out. I don't know why it went to a different screen. But anyway. Yeah, also, sadly, guys, Watchdogs Legion, Ubisoft have announced, interestingly, that... it's coming to the end of its natural life. They are
Really?
Yeah, they are not planning on doing any more updates for it. So, which is quite interesting. I mean, that doesn't mean, of course, that Watch Dogs, the franchise, isn't going to come. The Watch Dogs in the future.
But they kind of did that game almost as a live service type game.
Exactly.
And for them to pull out this early is very interesting.
Yes, I agree. The only thing I could think of, William, was if they decided to take the team that have been working on this and apply them to a new project. Because don't forget, they've already mentioned Assassin's Creed Infinity, and that is going to be massive,
huge,
massive. And I'm guessing that they've had to look around their kind of global studio base and say, well, who can we pull off of what? Because all of these guys are working on something.
They probably looked at player base numbers and everything else and did the calculation and said we could use them on this project. Or,
because Valhalla apparently has been one of their biggest games of all time. The Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that's just been phenomenal for them, apparently, in terms of sales and playtime. So, and I don't know so much Watchdogs Legion. It's a difficult one. I completed it. I've played the expansions and I enjoyed it, but not as much as the earlier Watchdogs when they were in San Francisco, for example. That was my favorite one. And it kind of felt like it went a bit more cartoonish for me than previously. It kind of lost some of that realist edge that it had. But anyway, that's all good. And I'm sure there'll be Watchdogs again at some point in the future. But, they've got so much going on, these guys. You can kind of understand it, can't you?
When they finally release their live service Assassin's Creed game, if they put enough content into that to where people won't run out of stuff to do right away, it's gonna be an awesome title for them, I think.
Kel makes a point. Having it in the UK was a big mistake. Driving on the wrong side. Tell us about it. We lived here all our lives. Imagine what it's like for us.
Oh, that's funny. That's good.
Oh dear. Right, quickly, 9 to 5 has an update. 9 to 5, as you know, is a early access game. It's on Stadia. You can play it. It's kind of in the realms of Rainbow Six and what have you. I don't know if you guys have given much attention to 9 to 5.
I did the training and I did a couple of matches. I haven't been back to it though, sadly, but it feels nice though. I enjoyed what I did play of it.
I think there were some complaints about finding people to play with, that servers were a bit empty, which is a shame. But I think it's cross-play.
It's glitches on a map too.
Right.
Yeah. Wasn't loading correctly.
It's out on the PC, and the PC community isn't that large either. Usually, if you stick with the Euro servers, because I know Ninja Guy X, he's a big fan of the game as well, and him, myself, and David Robinson actually competed in a tournament over a weekend. Just an in-game tournament on the Discord channel.
Yeah.
And it was. They had said, stick to the Euro servers. And it's fine. It's definitely early access, like the title implies.
Yeah.
But there's a good premise behind it. So I'm interested to see how that game grows. And good to see already, I think, at least 2 or 3, if not more, updates since it came out in December, right? So it's great.
Yeah, I mean, obviously people from the reviews in the chat here have had mixed, But to be fair, this is the risk studios take when they put an early access game out there. I think we said it last week on this show. It may have been on Rokk Review, but it is a way of beta testing. It's a way of getting it out to masses of people to beta test. And the danger is, if their first experience isn't great, they're not likely to come back when they're fixed. And that's the payoff these guys genuinely have to decide. But nonetheless, it's been updated now, and they've got new features. So,
and then also the good thing about it is it's free, so it doesn't cost you anything, right?
Yes.
So
yeah,
so it's another free to play game. But,
exactly. Just ripping. I won't pull this up on screen, but Crater has been. Crater's had a patch. Our old friend Crater, it's been patched. Plus, The strength and sorcery season's been expanded or extended. I don't understand why, but they've decided to let it go a bit longer. Maybe they're not ready to release the next big expansion. So if you've been playing in the strength and sorcery and putting your games together, I know there are guys in the community like Bryant and others, I think Jeff as well, who constantly
Jeff,
playing in
Pro
Crater.
Resin.
Crow, sorry.
Pro. Yep.
Yeah, and actually putting quality stuff together as well. And I can absolutely understand that. It's the kind of thing, as I've said in the past, back in the day, when I had a bit more time, I would definitely have loved to have devoted time to making games using it. And the great thing is that it's going to teach you the basics at the very least. Actually, it's a fairly accomplished app, but get the basics for you in terms of game development, and who knows where that may lead. If you then go on to Unity or one of the other kind of pro packages and have fun there. This, John, I'll come on to your piece in a second. I've got, I was going to show that Google had tweeted a ton of new job opportunities, but you can find that if you go and hunt it down on Twitter. Basically, the story being, hey, nobody's dying if they're looking to pull a ton of new people in to play. And we can talk all day long about that. Of course, they're not dying. And this was relatively interesting. Let me see, which screen are we on? That one, I think. Yep. News this week, I think it was 9 to 5. Who broke this, that get out of it telling me I've got ad blockers and stuff. Right, okay. A new Chromecast. So this was there was a new Android update earlier in the week, and obviously everybody rushed to break it down, the APK, and they came up with one code name, Boreal, which I believe means northern, as in Aurora Borealis, and the southern one, which is Aurora Australis. So Boreal, which means northern, no idea whether there's any connection. But the point was they're working on what looks to be a new Chromecast. Later, it transpired that it may be a lesser model to the Google TV. But my thinking, guys, is that actually what we may be seeing is an updated Chromecast Ultra, which would be essentially perfect for Stadia, because it wouldn't just be running the Android app, it would be running the original Google Stadia app, which we all know and love, was embedded in the Chromecast Ultra. So it may well be that what they're actually working on with Boreal, which would make sense if it's in the APK for Stadia, it's not just a Chromecast, that it's an updated Ultra that will allow faster access to the library, maybe a new user interface as well, kind of making it future-proof. What do you guys think?
Well, what I think would be fantastic, and this is just an idea. I don't know if this is what's happening or not, but if they are making a new Chromecast Ultra type device, I'm hoping that it's to get us to 4K 120, because I don't think that the Chromecast now can do that. Yeah. And the other thing is, what I'm hoping is that since Google owns Android and all that, I hope that they make an Android TV device that can do 4K 120, just like the Shield, maybe compete with them in some way.
Yeah. John, what do you think?
I think that this could possibly be positioning it into create like maybe another bundle pack as well, maybe a reduced or even cheaper, price bundle there. And it would be great to see, like, the more options you have hardware wise, the better. So be interesting to see. As far as it would be great for the 4K 120 support. I don't know. I guess we'll see how this all unravels, because initially they thought it was going to be the successor, but then now they're saying, well, it might be like a budget version of it as well. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
Anthony, I think you're wrong on that, actually, because of the 3080.
No. On the Shield, it can only do 4K 60. The only on GeForce, the only way you get 120 is 1440p on PC. Yep. Shield can only you only get 4K 60.
Interesting.
There you go. And finally, Esther, that's an old TV show from the 60s in my life. John, you mentioned this one. This is an update to Animal Royale.
Yeah.
Do you want to run through this?
Sure, yeah. There's a lot to go over. So we'll just touch base on a couple of things here. You can see, so this is launching today. Launch eggs at your friends with a BCG. Now I'm going to make sure I'm going to pronounce this right for the censors here. The big clucking gun, and earn Lunar New Year items in the latest super update. You can see there, like they have a developer overview of the whole thing, which is pretty extensive. I can't wait to try the BCG. I'm not going to say it again, but this will be awesome to see. And I mean, look, egg explosions. It uses a charge up mechanic so you can control the distance that your eggs will fly. Like, I mean, that's so funny. It's going to be awesome just to be able to do that against all your friends.
This was when it first came out on Stadia. It was huge. Everybody was playing it. Do you guys give it a load of Animal Royale-ness?
Yeah, I still have fun with it. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I've played it. It's cute. Even though you're getting murdered by cute little animals. So, and Anthony, 4K 120, no. 1080p 120, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So during that, there's stuff to collect here during the Lunar New Year, January 25th. So starting today until February the 15th. There's also a year of the Super Tiger breed. Like, this is packed with a whole bunch of updates. The Beaver Construction Headquarter updates has increased the size of the
William.
den. I had to be careful of that there. So they've done a whole bunch of updates, and they've added what am I seeing here? They've added snowgrass throughout most of the tundra for looting opportunities. So it's not just visual and cosmetic stuff, it's gameplay, like taking that into consideration as well. There's new mini animals as well that you can get: a mini sheep, skunk, deer, raccoon, emotes, bundles, hamster ball update. They've updated the gameplay mechanics of the hamster ball itself, and they even have a section at the end of it that says even more gameplay updates, and it's at least like 20 different things that they've updated in the game. Controller improvements, menu user interface updates, bug updates. Like, it's just amazing to see. Like,
that's a massive update, and there's no additional cost for that. That's just going to up if you've got Animal Royale, which we got as pro game.
It's free. No, it's free to play.
Free to play.
Free to play. Sorry, free to play. That's right.
It's a free to play game, and that's what makes this even more impressive. Really, in my mind, is the extensiveness that they're going here. So
it's like made sometimes for the cloud, easy to jump in and customizable. Yeah, all that stuff.
Good stuff.
You'll see for sure. So
thank you very much. Well, that's definitely one to look forward to. So moving on, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the week. Let me just hide this here. It's that time of the week where we have to call upon justice. Justice needs to be served, which you all know where I'm going with this. Of course you do. Yes, it's time for guilty. Judge John, judgment game thing. I don't know. I've got to find the right. There we go. Guilty, John. Guilty. So, what game are we judging? What game are we judging this week, John?
So this week we're going to take a look at one hand clapping.
One hand clapping.
It just so happens to be it's a Stadia Pro game. As Rokk had mentioned earlier, it was on Stadia early access for I think about a year prior to its full release in December. Mm-hmm. And one hand clapping, it's a very unique game, and I thought I would review this for the casual gamer because I think it's suited well for a casual gamer. It's a 2D platformer that you use your voice in. You can solve puzzles by you sing or you hum, and there's just different biomes that you can go in, and it's fantastic. We interviewed Ninja Guy X, and I interviewed the devs on this as well back in late December. Really great guys. It was awesome to hear how the game came about and everything. And so getting into the game, I mean, like it's easy. It's you just hook your microphone up, you plug it into the controller, or if you're playing on PC or your phone, what have you. You just plug the microphone in there and you're good to go. So it's really easy to get into the game. You use your controller or mouse and keyboard to move around. So as far as getting into the game, how fast and quick can you get into the game? No, there's not much at all to get to it. I'm going to give that like a 5 out of 5 because it's really easy to get into. There's not a whole lot of menus. There are, you can go and configure your voice and your tone and whatnot, but it's really, really straightforward, very easy, and user friendly. So giving that 5 out of 5. Like I said, you go through the different levels and you'll see like having to hum or sing and get the notes on certain levels, and there's visual cues as well. It gets harder as you move on. So the first biome or level is like a warm up to get you used to it, and as you progress through the game, there's different complexity of what you have to do to solve the puzzles, and also the singing and the tones and whatnot. There is an option, an accessibility option to help solve the puzzle for you. So look, you can see I'm going in there, I'm starting a game there, but it's really, really good as far as like getting you introduced and into the game here. Very beautiful, colorful graphics as well. Picking up where you left off, there's
sorry, John.
Points.
How many points did you give it for? How quickly can you?
5. I'll give it 5.
5. Wow.
Yep.
Okay. Brilliant.
Can you pick up from where you left off? Jump back in. There's different checkpoints there that you can restart from if you happen to fall off the edge or die or whatnot. So it's pretty easy to get back to. Sometimes you may have to start over at the beginning of the level there. So I'm going to give that for, can you pick up from where you left off? I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Looking at there, how easy is it to play? So I kind of touched on this a little bit earlier. The difficulty ramps up there. By the time you get to the later half of the second biome, it does start to get a little bit difficult. I did, I think I streamed it for like an hour and a half. And by the time I was done for the hour and a half, my throat was sore and my voice was all, it's just having fun. Pretty much, yes. Yeah. Like, and you're having to go on the different levels, and sometimes, it'll show you like a bar of like high, low, this is what you need to do, and multiple things. So how easy is it to play? I'm going to give it probably a 3.5 out of 5 because it does ease you into the game, but there are some difficult points that you might say, oh, I just need to take a break from this and, just be like, I'm going to walk away from it.
John, would you say, John, that this would be a good game for somebody that has maybe motor skill issues, disabilities?
Sure. Yeah. This would be good. This would be, a great game to help with vocal and things like that. They have even bars there as well that you can practice and all that good stuff. So, yeah, that would be good. Is it rewarding? Do you feel like you finally achieved something in the game? I would say yes, because after the certain points where you're like, oh, I need to do this, even if you've replayed it 4, 5, 6, or 7 times, it does feel rewarding. I'm going to give that, looking at the casual gamer wise, I'm going to give that about a 3.5, a 3.5
Another
there.
3.5. Okay.
Yeah, another 3.5. You can see here on the screen where she's singing and humming, and look, these are the things I need to do. These notes go up, middle, up, down. So it does get a little difficult there.
Yeah.
Value for the money. Let's see. Early access was like $5. It launched.
And now it's free.
It launched in December for 15 US, 20 Canadian, I think it is. And now it's part of Stadia Pro. I mean, yeah, I think I'm going to give that 5 out of 5 value for the money.
It's a total 5, isn't it?
Yeah, because you really can't beat that. And even if you're like me here, you can see on the video where you have a little bit of trouble. It's good. Like once you do hit that puzzle and do finish it, like it's great. Like you have that sense of accomplishment. It's like, I can do this. And, so you may improve your singing voice while you're at it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's top that up. So you had 5 for how quickly can you get into the game.
Mm-hmm.
You had 4 from can you pick up from where you left off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You then had 3.5 for how easy is it to play.
Mm-hmm.
You then had 3.5 for is it rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had is it value for money. Now hopefully my maths are reasonable. I'm getting 20.5 out of, or 20 out of 25. What are you guys coming up with?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. So that's right around 80%
nice
rating there. So I think that's a fair, when you look at it here for the type of game, the value, how much it is, how much fun you have, I think that's a great score for this game.
Awesome stuff. Well, thank you, John. And as always, great choice of game. And just happened to be completely coincidental that it came out as a pro game today.
Yeah,
isn't that amazing? Great. So there you go. The judge has sat, ladies and gentlemen. Guilty! Awesome stuff. Thank you so much. And then moving on to our final event of the day, where let me just see. This is where I need a director or a studio hand, because nobody needs to see the fact that the judge's verdict. And there it is, and there it goes. So I still haven't come up with a video for you, William. My sincere apologies, my friend, but I will come up with something at some point. And we are now going to do Stadia Pro's Stadia Pro tips. What are you pro tipping this week?
Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
I know Recon Breakpoint.
It's been out for a few years now, but they're constantly changing stuff within the game. And I just wanted to give a little rundown on some quick tips for people that are just getting into the game, or some quick tips for people who are trying to build their squad up. Because now that you're the 3 people you have with you, they can upgrade themselves now as well. So they level up right along with you. So
I'm just going to get your video up. Sorry, William. I remembered that you popped it into the chat here.
But it's a lot of fun. They just updated it with a new camo system to where the enemies and you can end up turning invisible and cloaking yourself. And it's a new grind. You have to run around and pick up points to upgrade the camo gear and everything else. But one of my first tip would be, if you're getting into the game, play hide and seek with the enemy. And what I mean by that is you can always be Rambo and try to run into the facility that you're trying to fight and wipe everyone out. But if you're by yourself, it is extremely hard to play that way. So what I would suggest is playing hide and seek with the people. Send your drone up, launch your drone, and mark everyone. And attempt to take out the hard guys first without alerting the rest of the base. Use the ability to move dead bodies. Some of these characters that you kill will leave a body and there's doors that are locked. You have to pick them up, throw them over your shoulder, and walk to the facility entrance to get them to open the door for you. It also has, Stream Connect, as you can see on the screen.
Yep.
That is a fantastic addition to this game. let's see what else. Yep, use your.
So that's where you get to see your comrades who are playing
Correct.
with you. As long as you're playing multi-players, teams, co-op, you get to see their videos. I've never played with other people. Read into that how you will.
Well, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure playing with other people, unless you invite Vet to your squad. me and Ray were trying to take this facility out, and here comes Vet in. We go, "Oh, Vet, hey, we need help over here." He walks in the room and he just starts chucking C4 everywhere, and then we all died. He attempted to help. So be careful with C4. I guess that'll be another tip I leave with you guys. Watch the sky and use camouflage to hide from aircraft. You have these drones that fly over top, and if they spot you, they'll send wolves after you, which are the harder enemies in the game to kill. And helicopters will also see you and target you, so it's good to go prone and then do the camo, which is rub dirt on you and try to blend into the environment. Another good one is make sure that you equip a silencer onto your weapon. When you look down the barrel of your gun, left or right on the D-pad will take the silencer off and screw it back on. That is highly important if you are trying to do some sort of stealth run through a facility. Also, regularly on the map, you'll get little tiny red dots that appear. There'll be like 4 to 6 people within those dots to take out. It's good to go through and clear those out on the map on the way to a facility. Change your equipment regularly. Because you're constantly picking up new weapons, which can be turned off in the menu system, though. If you go in there, you can turn off the level system for your gear and stuff like that. But if you are keeping the level system going, always change your gear regularly, your equipment. It's very important. And also modify your weapons. So they have a weapon system to where you can add underbarrel attachments, vertical foregrips, all kinds of stuff. So definitely check that out as well. You also have skills for yourself to unlock, to unlock the appropriate skills for yourself and your team if you're playing with the 3 NPCs. And the last thing I'll say is try out all the character classes. It gives you buffs for certain things, and you can also unlock more of the character classes as you go.
Awesome stuff. It's a great game. It's one of the first games, if not the first game that I bought on Google Stadia. I had already bought it on PlayStation about a week before, but I wanted to play it on Stadia and absolutely loved it. So yeah, great stuff. Thanks for your pro tips as always, William. And it actually just reminds me, I want to go back in and play this game.
Yeah, Ray Sherrod and myself and Bad Karma and Vet, we all beat Walker, and he is very, very, very tough. Very tough. But it's very rewarding to take out Walker. You feel good about yourself when you're done.
Ray, it was actually the first game. It was how I first met Ray, I think. He was playing Ghost Recon, and I saw him, and I jumped in, and we played together in a nice way, and we've been playing together even nicer ever since. Ray's alerted me to something on Stadia Twitter. Rokk, my hero one's justice added on Stadia Twitter page. Now, I can't actually find this. Can you guys?
I saw him comment about that, but I didn't see anything. He says,
go look at the games coming out. My Hero's Justice was added under Extraction. Do you mean in the blog post, Ray? Or
yeah, because I'm looking on Twitter. I don't.
Yeah, that link doesn't bring up what he was talking about.
Oh, yes. If you look at. Go to the latest tweet from Stadia, and it shows it's 1 hour ago. The preview on the blog post.
Oh, I see, Ray. Sorry, mate. Yes, you are right. Yes,
but when you click on into the blog, it's not there.
Ah, good. Yeah. Ray is right. Let me just he's actually got the link here. Let me share this. But yes, so what do you think then, guys? They were going to, they stopped it, or is this a classic?
Because it's I think it's an oops because it was announced
Mhm.
a couple of weeks ago. Was it maybe even before the new year? I don't remember.
Mhm.
But yeah, there it is, My Hero. I think it's an oops. To
I
me,
think
it's
so, too.
coming.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's definitely coming for sure.
Yeah.
So basically they would have announced that it's going to come out either on the 1st of Feb or it's live today. They've obviously pulled it for some reason, probably going to add it to next week's twos or something. But yeah.
My Hero 1 Justice 2, I can confirm that you can request a review copy of it. I just double checked here while we're looking. So it's coming. It's imminent. Yeah, it's imminent.
Yeah. Well spotted, Ray. And sorry it took me hours to work out what it was you were trying to tell us. Poor Ray. It was like Lassie trying to tell me Tim had fallen down the well, and I didn't understand a word of what he was trying to say. Oh dear, we got there in the end. Chaps, I think we should call it a day. What a cracking show it's been.
Yeah.
Before we do that, let's find out where we can find you guys in the very foreseeable future. Should we start with you, John?
youtube.com/4scars gaming. I guess tomorrow now, I'll be streaming Troll Hunters, the Shifter. What else here? You know,
there's so much.
Yeah, there's so much. So Troll Hunters, I'll be streaming as well, or Troll Hunters and the Fast and the Furious Rise of the Shifter. So you can look forward to those over the next couple of days. And if My Hero 1 Justice 2 happens to drop, then I'll be streaming that as well.
That's awesome. Yep. And Wilhelm, Stadia Pro Gaming. Where can we find you, my friend?
I'm streaming. I'm streaming Wednesday, of course. No idea what I'm streaming. I stream at 12 CST. But at 1 p.m. today, I'll be streaming episode 7 of Man Cave. And on this episode, we're going to discuss what is your zombie apocalypse plan. A lot of people
such a good show. I really enjoy that show.
Some people think the zombie apocalypse could be real. Well, if it was, what would your plan be? So should be an interesting discussion.
Oh, God, I just imagine zombified Boris Johnson wobbling down the road. It's truth.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. That's exactly how it would go. Brilliant stuff. Thank you, William. So I will be on Thursday on Twitch, twitch.tv/Rokk Show with Ray3473 and, of course, Holtz and Vet doing our normal irreverent trip around all things cloud gaming. And then we will be back next Tuesday for another look. And, of course, is it the 1st next Tuesday?
I think it is.
So yeah, who knows? We may have had confirmation of one's hero or whatever it's called, and we'll have fun and games. Thank you everybody in the chat for fantastic interaction and comments, keeping us chuckling. We love you all, and thanks of course for popping in and visiting us. Hit the like, hit the subscribe if you haven't done already. Thank you very much if you have. Think about joining the old Patreon. It's been up enough on the screen. If that can't sell it to you, I can't do it either. So, and go and visit these guys on YouTube and wherever else they live. It's in the description of the video. Two of the nicest chaps you're ever likely to meet in the community, and they do create amazing content as well. So really appreciate them. They'd be lovely. That's it then, chaps. I think we should get the hell out of here. I've got a chicken curry to consume waiting for me. So have a great week. Enjoy your games. Looking forward to next Tuesday. 7 pro games. Wow. We'll be back soon. Take care. Rock out.